Hello, my name is Mary Bear Shannon. I'm a reference librarian at the Haverford Township Free Library, and here is today's staff picks. Today I wanted to talk about, many of you know that I love YA fiction, and I am part of a only YA fiction group. It's adults, but we read YA fiction. So I wanted to talk about our most recent read. Our book was Jacob Have I Loved by Catherine Patterson. It's an oldie but a goodie. It was written in 1980. Catherine Patterson is probably more well known for her book Bridge to Terabitha, which was made into a major motion picture a couple of years ago. Bridge to Terabitha and Jacob Have I Loved were both awarded the Newbery Award. They are Newbery Award winners. They really are quite good. This book, Jacob Have I Loved, is really a coming-of-age novel for teenagers and young adults. It was published, as I said, in 1980. The title refers to sibling rivalry, and many of us can relate to that. But the rivalry between Jacob and Esau in the Jewish and Christian Bible, and it comes directly from from Romans 9:13, quote, "As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated." So that's kind of where the title comes from, but really the gist of it is sibling rivalry, and it follows the story of the family, the Bradshaw family. And they really they depend on the sea. The setting is in the middle of, it's in a small island in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay. The father, Truett Bradshaw, is a crabber and a fisherman, and he has a boat named Portia Sue. Truett's two daughters, Sarah Louise and Caroline, are twins, and Caroline has always been the favorite. Hence the whole issue with sibling rivalry. She is prettier and more talented. She receives more attention, not only from her parents, but from others in the community. But it really traces Louise's attempts to free herself from Caroline's shadow, even as she grows into adulthood. I really like this book because it was set in the Chesapeake Bay, which of course is not that far from here, but it's on a remote island, and I love the whole concept of islands, and the whole culture that is set up when you are on an island and don't have access to the mainland that easily. I also like the way Patterson depicts characters. They're complex, they're multifaceted, and capable of redemption. And you don't always like the main character, I find, and you see really their struggles. Patterson really writes with compassion and empathy as well. I definitely found that. Catherine Patterson also writes about really hard things that can happen to young people. Bridge to Terabitha is probably well known because it talks about the death of a child, which is actually based on the death of one of her son's friends. That can be, that can be hard, but it's definitely something that children will have to deal with. So as I said, Bridge to Terabitha, as well as Jacob Who I Loved, Have I Loved, were both Newbery Award winners. You may also know her from The Great Gilly Hopkins, which was a National Book Award winner. Some other interesting things about Catherine Patterson is that she was born in China to parents who were Presbyterian missionaries, and she and her family fled in 1937 after the invasion of the Japanese during World War II. So she spent most of her life growing up in places like Virginia and North Carolina. And the other interesting fact was her first language was Chinese. But anyway, that is my pick for today. Jacob Have I Loved by Catherine Patterson. It's a good read. You're looking for, I think it's fairly timeless. So I think all adults and kids could really get into this book. So that's what I would recommend. Jacob Have I Loved by Catherine Patterson. So I hope that you all have a great day.